Greetings. Thank you for joining me. I actually wanted to talk about 2022 and a little bit more of what we can expect for this year in regards to our spiritual awakening, our spiritual abilities, and just our spiritual health. So, you know that if you're on this journey of spiritual awakenings, there's no start, there's no end. And the important thing is that you remember day in and day out what your individual task is on this journey and what you have to bring in regards to serving others. That is why we are here. Here to serve others, here to help others, here to help others live a more peaceful life. And with Sage of Aquarius, I just want to instill in you the confidence and the empowerment that you can live a more peaceful life. And you have all the tools to do that. You don't have to seek outside forces, outside things, spend money, get trapped into a lot of gimmicks and things that are out there that really are preying on people who aren't aware of who they are and aren't sure of who they are and aren't in that inner knowing and in that space of where you are going to be. And the part of that is the journey. So that's what we're going to be discussing. As time is going to go on, we're seeing the old society collapse. The old society is collapsing in numerous ways. We see that through supply chain, we see that through government, we see that through the different protests that we saw in 2020 that started. But overall, it's just a collective consciousness that has decided that even like with the financial and banking system, they've put everything so clear in alignment. If you pay attention to old, prophecies like Nostradamus and the History Channel and different oracles, you know what I'm talking about. This is the time. I hate to get even more spiritual with you, but as Christians would say, the time of the rapture. That time is now. But what I want to encourage you to do is take a deeper look into what actually is being said in these texts, because we not only can't look at it from a blind eye, but we have to also look at it with our third eye and with that pineal gland, with that higher mind, and to understand and decipher what was really being said, what is literally going to happen, what's figuratively going to happen, metaphorically, spiritually, all these things. We have to be on the lookout and keep our head on a swivel, because things are happening and things are going to continue to happen if we don't take action. And that's what I want to heed, because this world that we live in, Earth, this realm, Mother Earth, Gaia, whatever you want to refer to it as, but this universe is based on action. So every action has an equal or and opposite, right? Okay, so what are we doing? If we want a peaceful future, if we want to change from what we've had in the past, then we need to start putting more of that peace and love out there. And that needs to be the vibration. We need to be vibrating in the fifth dimension. A fifth dimensional frequency and a fifth dimensional vibration is that of love, peace, harmony, and just oneness with the source of light, the universe, and the creator. And I encourage you to tap into that when you're meditating. And if you need help getting to that source, please let me know. This, again, is not something that is an overnight process. It's taking many, many years on my spiritual journey, and there's still more that I'm learning. So just wanted to leave that there for you. Another thing, as we continue on into 2022, we just need to be aware of our energy and really sticking to our goals and making sure our energy aligns with what we want internally. If you really don't want to do something, don't do it. Don't go anywhere. I mean, this all goes back to boundaries, and the boundaries that you really set for yourself and the relationship that you have with yourself, and always putting yourself first and making sure that you're getting rest, because whatever is to come in this time period, as we shift. There's going to be the dismantling of the old system and the bringing out of the new. We're going to have the introduction, as we're already seeing and as it's been, but it's going to be a lot more prevalent and a lot more integrated. But AI, artificial intelligence, a lot more computer systems, things like that. So we just need to get really in tune and not lose sense of who we are as humans. And I mean that HUE, humans, because our divinity is what makes us unique. You can clone a species, but our divinity is what makes us unique. And through these spiritual awakenings that you're having, through this information that's being received, through all of this information that's being leaked, things that truth seekers have known for so much time, but information that's finally coming to the source. Now is the time for us to discuss, to talk about it, to make a plan. There's been so much talk about COVID and all of these things, but very little talk about the aliens. What's going on with the climate? What can we expect this next year when it comes to climate and storms and natural disasters? How can we prepare for that? How can we just clear some of that trauma that's still present in this universe, especially here in the United States, where the history is very, very young and still so raw? How can we clear some of that? I ask you these questions just to get you thinking, because the future to come is going to be a future that's going to be so great, but you really have to tap in to your inner being, tap into your strength, tap into your purpose. And why are you here? Why are you waking up every day? Who are you helping? Who are you being of service to? Or are you one of those people that's making the world a worse place? Is that you? Don't be that person. Don't be one of those souls that's out here spreading havoc and wreaking misery and chaos on others. Too much of that going on. We need more love and we need more light. So, as I end today's message, who are you going to be in 2022? And what vibes are you sending out? It's time to prepare. It's time to connect. And it's time to change the world. Let's do it. Let's do it.